What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? This is going to be your review for RuPaul's Drag Race season All Stars 5 episode, whatever. It'll be in the description box. So, because I don't have it in front of me. So, y'all know I'm traveling child, so we're going to make it do what it do. In the words of my boy, the cat's meow, it was given what it was given, so I got to give it what I got. So the episode starts off, y'all know, with the elimination of, the person that got eliminated, who was who got eliminated last? Oh, who got eliminated?
Shay.
Instead of Shay, who was Shay up against? Oh Lord, how did I forget that fast? Oh, Maria Paris Balenciaga. Lord have mercy. Okay, so of course, y'all know they gotta be messy and they want to look at the lipsticks and they want to see who voted for who. So actually, 2 people actually voted for Shay to go home. We found out that one was Mayhem and the other one was Alexis Mateo. Now, Mayhem Miller's reason for voting for Shay was actually the reason why I would have voted for Shay. Mayhem was like, listen, we know that that Shay is a strong competitor, so I thought this was gonna be a perfect opportunity to get her out of here, and I thought we were all on the same page, but clearly not. Alexis Mateo was like, listen, I voted for you because I'm cool with Maria and I feel like India worked really hard. And Shay was like, so you don't think I worked hard? Shay, girl. Number 1, all of y'all worked hard. Boom. Let's just go on and get that out the way. Number 2, more so on All Stars than the regular RuPaul, you guys are coming in with relationships. Y'all know each other. Y'all done been on tour together. Y'all have backstories. It's a lot more drama and it's a lot more alliances coming into an all-star situation because y'all have a connection. And especially the girls from the older seasons have a totally different connection than y'all. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? And just like Mayhem, and we're going to find out later, Morgan McMichaels. You know, there are relationships there. So, Shay, what you can't do is get in your feelings when they vote for you because they supposed to vote for you. See, I'm going off on a tangent now, but I'll never understand on these competition shows where the mindset is don't eliminate the strong competitor. What the hell? What? That is what you are absolutely supposed to do, is eliminate the strong competitor. And I'll never understand that. Well, in order for me to be considered the best, I have to beat the best. You beat the best when the best was in the bottom, bitch. What are you talking about? The fact that whatever that challenge was had Shea Coulee in the bottom, you beat her. Because you were at the top and she was at the bottom and you had an opportunity to eliminate her. And anybody, because Shea is a front runner and she's going to probably fuck around and win this thing. Anybody who had an opportunity to eliminate her and didn't take advantage of it, you were stupid. So Alexis and Mayhem, y'all were on it. The rest of y'all was tripping. It don't matter though, because it wasn't even up to the vote. It came down to no, it was the vote because Monet won the damn lip sync. Yes, it was. Y'all was stupid. Moving on. So now Shay is in her feelings and she giving the side eye to Mayhem and giving the side eye to Alexis. But listen, what y'all have seen is that Alexis Mateo is here for it. Now, the Maxi challenge is some stupid shit. It's like a playoff of the whole TMZ thing with She TV, where each one of them are involved. They're paired off and they're involved in a scandal. So we had Mayhem was paired off with India. We had Shay was paired off with Alexis Mateo, and y'all already know they ain't see it for each other. And when I tell y'all they was dragging each other and slick shading each other the whole damn episode, it was funny as hell. That was funnier than they skit. That's how they just kept slick shading each other the whole time because they really didn't like each other. And like Shay ended up saying at the end, I really didn't want to like her, but I actually had fun doing this challenge with her. Yeah, but y'all was slick shading each other the whole time. And then we had so we had Mayhem India, we had Shay, so we had Cracker and who was Cracker paired up with? Cracker and
Blair and Jujubee.
Yeah, Cracker, Blair, Jujubee. And then Cracker and Blair had this whole moment where Cracker confronted Blair about what Alexis said last week about how they was plotting to get her out of here. And Blair was like, bitch, I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't never said nothing like that.
I didn't know what she was talking about either.
Me either. And I didn't know what Alexis Mateo was talking about either, but I think Alexis Mateo was playing a head game, and Cracker, you fell for it. You ain't fall for it as bad as she wanted you to, because what she wanted you to do was she wanted the two of y'all to really turn on each other and like really go at it. But you fell for it for a minute, and Jujubee was in the middle just doing one of these numbers like, for real? What? That's what she said. Did she say? Girl, you said that. Girl, you gonna let her say that to you? You gonna like y'all was having that whole like Jujubee was having that whole moment, and then when she got done being entertained by you, she was like, "Now we need to get on task because we got a fucking challenge to win. Let's get right here." The cutest thing about this whole episode, I thought, was that they had all of I'm gonna call them the guys. Doing the whole parody off of the whole TMZ room where they throw out a story and they're being all extra masculine and hyper masculine, and they all had their hats to the back, and you know, some of them had facial hair. They were showing their tattoos and all that. It was cute. That part of it was cute. They had
Blair looked like Justin Bieber.
Right. Blair still looked 10. Then we had Carson Kressley was like the
Harvey.
The guy, the Harvey person, but of course did it his way. You know, Ross was the cameraman that was getting all the spoofs and all the exclusives. So let's get to from what I can remember, y'all. Let's go on and get to these quick little. So Mayhem and India, they were doing this whole spoof off of somebody stealing. Listen, it was horrible. It was not done well. Both of them, I was not entertained. I was waiting for it to be over. It was. I don't know what, it was not good. And I felt.
Why were they licking things?
I didn't get that. And I felt bad because I was like, at the end of the day, Mayhem, I knew you was in the bottom. I knew. Because I was looking at it and was like, you deserve to be in the bottom. Shea Coulee and Alexis Mateo's, I will say theirs was the most, for me, the most entertaining. It was this whole spoof off of the Real Housewives who were, you know, fake friends. I mean, they were enemies on camera, but for real behind the scenes they were, you know, they were friends, but then they weren't really friends because they were sleeping with the same man. But then it was a lot, but it was so real, like as far as like this whole exaggerated reality show thing. It was cute. They got into a whole fight, and it was cute. It was fake pregnancies and all kinds of stuff. Theirs was cute. Jujubee, India. No. I mean, I'm sorry.
Blair.
Jujubee, Blair, and Cracker. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't even remember what the hell theirs was about. It wasn't that interesting.
Juju was the mama, and Blair was the spoiled. No, Juju was Blair was the spoiled daughter.
Yeah, again.
And Cracker was trying to get her like the admission scandal.
Okay, yeah, it was the admission scandal. Okay, so the fact that I couldn't even remember what it was, because that should tell you. Sorry. So, the runway was camouflage realness, which I thought was interesting. I feel like they're just running out of categories, but okay. So everybody had their own little variation of the camouflage. I'm not going to go through each look, but what I am going to say is, for me, the most original look was Alexis Mateo, because what she did was she didn't do the regular camo that when you think of camouflage, the green camouflage. She took the winter camo and she made an outfit out of it. And I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. I thought her outfit was gorgeous. And I thought the fact that she thought outside of the box and created, it was still camo, but it wasn't the camo that we normally would think of. Somebody else used a different print as well, which I didn't think it was camo at all. It was a whole flag situation. I don't remember who it was, but again, but yeah. So again, y'all, I'm not going through each runway look, but I will say that for me, Alexis Mateo actually was my favorite runway look. Probably my least favorite runway look, and I know most people are gonna probably disagree with me. My least favorite runway look, I think, would have probably been Cracker. I did not like Cracker's runway look. It had like a whole bikini thing working, and it was, I didn't like it. It just didn't really do it for me. It just didn't for me, dog. So we get to the top and the bottom. Cracker was at the top, and you know, immediately they go to Cracker's confessional, and she was like, oh my gosh, I mean, what do you do when you're already at the top? I mean, there's nowhere to go but down once you're at the top. Bitch, if you don't go sit your little 5-year-old looking ass down. If you don't go sit your ass down. The bottom was Mayhem and India again. I say again because this will be her third time in the bottom. Now, let's go back to the workroom for a quick second. I almost forgot this moment. Mayhem really opened up about, because we know last year, they were talking about your worst moments after Drag Race or something like that. And Blair St. Clair brought up the fact that right after she got eliminated, the story hit the tabloids and the blogs about her drunk driving arrest. I found it very curious that after she was eliminated, the story came out, but whatever. But Mayhem went on to speak on the fact that he too has had 2 DUIs and actually served time for his DUI. And he talked about the pressure of having to feel like he's the life of the party and always having to be the funny Mayhem and all of that. But let me say this, and let me get on my soapbox for 2 seconds. Let me say this. This is the second week in a row where Mayhem has opened up about having a substance abuse issue, or concern, I should say. Last week, it was during Untucked. And I normally don't really review Untucked, so I didn't really bring it up. But they had like a whole, to quote Abby Reviews, a whole intervention moment on Untucked where Mayhem was talking about how he thinks he might be an alcoholic. Here's a rule. If you say that you think you might be, you probably are. So then you brought up this week that you have had not 1 but 2 DUIs that you've actually had to serve jail time for. I'm sorry, sir. You probably have a drinking problem. And I don't know if this was your way for asking for help without having to say, I need help. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I really do feel like you might have an issue. And I like Mayhem Miller. I really do. I follow his social media. And I really like him. But I don't know if that was his way. You know, people have different ways of reaching out and asking for help. And I don't know if that was his way of asking for help without having to come right out and say, listen, I need help. But I hope that you are getting help. I hope that helped you be able to maybe have a different conversation with people who really are close enough to you to support you on a day-to-day basis, go to meetings with you, help you clean out your house of all the alcohol, be there in the middle of the night when you need that drink, be there when you have a disappointment, when the man don't call back, whatever it is that makes you want to pick up a drink. Because, like, that's all jokes aside. Like, that's all bullshit aside. But I really feel like the other thing he brought up was how the police officers used that opportunity to humiliate him because both times he was in drag. And so they took pictures of him and they laughed at him. And once again, we are just brought back to what we do to each other and how the LGBTQIA community are treated, you know, differently. And we know the difference between a drag queen and someone who is transgender, but an outside person doesn't. And so to think that, let's assume that for a moment that Mayhem was actually was a trans woman, not a drag queen on his way to a gig or on his way home from a gig. Let's assume, imagine how bigger the humiliation would have been for someone who was transitioning. So again, once again, we are just brought back to what this is all about. We're still in Pride Month and what it's all about. All right, that was my little PSA. Now, back to what's going on. So the bottom, I told y'all the bottom was Mayhem and India. So the lipstick, so you know, they went through the whole why should I keep you, the whole lipstick thing, whatever. Now, honestly, y'all, in my mind, I was like, they're gonna do, it's gonna be Mayhem. Like, especially when it was Cracker. I was like, Cracker gonna get rid of Mayhem. I already knew Cracker picked up Mayhem's lipstick. I just did. In my mind, I felt like that's what it was. I wasn't sure about the girls and how they were going to vote, only because India had been in the bottom so many times. I wasn't sure how they would vote. But I knew somebody had Mayhem's lipstick. I just didn't know which one, whether it was the vote or the group. We're going to find out that, you know, well, I was right. So the lipstick assassin was Morgan McMichaels. And like Mayhem said,
where is L'Oreal?
Like Mayhem was saying, him and Morgan are like friends in real life, like best friends in real life. And so it definitely was a weird situation. And this is another reason why I kind of knew I don't know, because I was like, if that were my best friend and I knew that the lipstick I had in my bra was their lipstick, I probably would have thrown the lipstick. I ain't even gonna lie. I would have done enough to make it look like I was trying, but I really wouldn't have been like killing the stage. I'm just gonna be real about it, and just would have hoped that the other lipstick wasn't his. Y'all see what I'm saying? But Morgan was working that stage. Morgan was trying to win. Like, Morgan wasn't playing. And then RuPaul did this bullshit. RuPaul gonna talk about something that's a tie. No, the fuck it ain't, because it's your show. It ain't no tie if you don't say it's a tie. Talking about some double elimination. Boy, bye. So basically, both lipsticks had to be revealed. Cracker got the $20,000 tip. I feel like if it was a tie, that shit should have got rolled over, because he ain't win. Should have rolled this shit over the next week. But all right, y'all want to give Cracker the little $20,000. Go and give Cracker the $20,000. Then you had so the lipstick had to be revealed. Both lipsticks belong to Mayhem, child. So Mayhem is gone. I'm not surprised. Mayhem, once again, I don't know if competition just isn't his thing. I don't know if the improv just isn't his thing. Because by all accounts, he's a fierce fucking queen. Like, by all accounts, he can lip sync. He can work a stage. Like, I've heard nothing but great things about Mayhem Miller. So this is the second time he's been on the show, and both times did not do what really was sort of expected. But I was glad to see him on All Stars. I was glad to see him. I feel like he got some redemption. And next week they're gonna do their version of Snatch Game. So the previews didn't really give us much, because they don't want us to know who's gonna be who. And I don't watch the spoiler videos, so I don't know who's who. So anyway, we'll see what's up. Meet me back here next week, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Peace.